Okay, so this is the last part of why some people are more susceptible to being bullied than others. But in the last video, I talked about why it's so important to have boundaries. And again, each and every time your boundary is encroached, to enforce your boundary again. And essentially, the last thing I said was some of the people with the strongest relationships that I've met, the strongest connections, that strength comes from them being very clear with who they are and what their boundaries are. So I've often heard, I've worked with a lot of young girls, I've worked with a lot of women, and I've often heard this rhetoric of, oh, I don't want to be mean, or it really feels uncomfortable telling someone, uh, you know, don't do something, like kind of making my need known. And I always reply by saying the quickest way to find out if someone has good or bad intentions for you is to enforce a boundary. And that's something that really a lot of individuals, and this goes for men and women, that's something that we're not actually taught, and we kind of just silently have to learn, right? So you will actually learn really quickly who truly does care about you by enforcing a boundary. And it can be as small as, oh, I actually don't, I prefer, let's say, meeting at this certain time before it gets too dark at night. It can be something really small, something meaningful, something that maybe not a lot of other people have. It's not the boundary in itself that's important, right? It's the consent, it's the permission, it's the power dynamic, it's the ability to emotionally safeguard yourself. That's what is important, right? So I think that when more people understand that the foundation of a good relationship is actually through boundaries, we would have more stronger relationships. Okay, that's it for me. Check out some of my other parts.